Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I'm Patrice and this is my embellished life. I am so pleased to share with you my first make for 2023 and that is McCall's 0809. Yes. This outfit, I actually started it back in November last year, but I didn't complete it because I wanted to complete my cultural make dress, which I use Butterick, I think it was 63184. So yes, this went in my whip bin for a minute, but I really wanted to complete this outfit. So let me tell you about McCall's 0809 and the shenanigans and the misadventures that I had with this jumpsuit. When I first got the idea that I wanted to make this jumpsuit, as usual, one of the first things that I do, I always hop on the gram and I try to see what other makers did with the pattern. And I was so inspired by two posts that I saw. One was from Kingdom Daughter Makes, and the other one, I think her name is Hey Marcia Michelle. And I'll put their handle on the bottom of the screen. Yes, but when I saw those outfits, I was sold. I decided, yes, let me make my jumpsuit. Originally, the pattern calls for, in terms of fabric, crepe, challis, and chamois. But like I said, after seeing those two ladies' dresses and the Ankara that they use, I said, let me go into my Ankara stash and pull out some Ankara too. I want to be fly too. So that's what I did. I went into my stash, pulled out some Ankara that I bought from House of Mommy Water some time back, and I matched it with some purple cotton fabric that I purchased from my local fabric store here in the Virgin Islands, Clovers. And the views that I decided to do, I did view A for the top and view C for the bottom. Now, I am not too fond of long sleeves. And if I do wear long sleeves, I tend to squish them up so they can reach at least the elbow. For some reason, I do not like long sleeves. Why I chose to make long sleeves, I don't know. You see, this is what happens when you follow people. My grandmother always said, following people would lead you to hell. I chose the long sleeve version. And let me tell you, I'll tell you. In terms of sizing, I cut out size 14 for the top and the sleeves and size 16 for the bottom. The pattern calls for 7 pattern pieces. The pattern also calls for underlining and lining, and there were no pockets. Can you believe it? No pockets. Where did they do that? I digress. My jumpsuit, I didn't add any underlining because I used cotton fabric, so I didn't see the need for the underlining. I did cut out lining and I added my pockets because a girl needs her pockets. So that's what I did. In terms of difficulty in the pattern, on the pattern back, it did say that is very easy. It's easy, which I agree. Now, here is where I ran into problems and where my shenanigans and all my misadventures begin. I tend to skim read. I'm a fast reader, so a lot of time I skim read. And with this pattern, that brought judgment on me because there were two instances where because I skimmed read, I skipped two steps, and problems. Oh, the problems that it caused. So let me tell you what happened. The first problem that I ran into was when I attached the lining to the bodice. Now, the pattern clearly stated that when attaching the lining to the bodice, I was to then stitch from the neck lining and down the front of the bodice. Did I do that? No, I didn't. I stitched the neckline to down the back of the bodice. And so I stitched it, and I'm looking at it and I'm saying, Pat, this doesn't look right. This does not look right. But I'm like, I'm going to trust the pattern, and I'm continuing. And it came to the point where it told me, now, okay, this is what you do to the back. And I'm like, I'm lifting up this thing, and I'm like, but I've already stitched the back. And I'm there cursing the people in McCall's in my head. Oh, Lord, forgive me, I had to apologize in my head. So I went back to the pattern and I said, let me read this pattern. And lo and behold, there it was, staring me right in my face. Patrice stitched down the front of the bodice. So now I had to rip out that entire section, and then I start again. Corrected it, and I was on my merry way. And then I ran into the other problem. Why? Same thing again. I missed an entire step because I skim read. All my fault. The other problem that I ran into was actually when I was attaching the sleeve. Now, you know, when you're attaching the sleeve, there's the top portion and the bottom portion. And the top portion, yes, you do have to gather that in so it can actually fit into the bodice. And then on the pattern for this particular one, because it's bell sleeve and there's a cotton, not a cotton band, but there's a sleeve band, you know, you have to also gather the bottom of the sleeve as well. So I read the part where it said to gather the top part of the sleeves. Did that, no problem. I missed where they actually said to also gather the bottom of the sleeve as well. So now, because I missed that section, I'm at the part of attaching the sleeve band where it says to attach the sleeve band and then adjust your gathers. So foolish me went and attached the sleeve band to the first gathering that I did to the top of the sleeve, and I'm saying, Patrice, this does not look right. This is not right. Gone back to the pattern again. And lo and behold, it's right there in my face. Gather the bottom part of the sleeve and attach the sleeve band and adjust the gathering. All my fault. I take full responsibility on that. But anyway, it was sorted, got it all fixed, did the other band, no problems. I sewed up the trousers section of the pants of the jumpsuit, did it with no problems as well, attached the pockets, and it went smoothly from there. So I would say yes, the pattern is easy once you read it properly. I would definitely recommend this to an advanced beginner, not a beginner, because you have to put in the invisible zipper and there's also lining and stuff like that to deal with. So definitely not a beginner, but an advanced beginner who have had some outfits under their sleeves already. Most definitely for you. Do I like the outfit? It came out pretty good. It did came out pretty good. My only issue is because I'm not too fond of long sleeves, I was contemplating in removing the sleeves and actually make it sleeveless, because in my head, I'm like, in order for this to get the maximum usage, I need to put it sleeveless. I love sleeveless. I do short sleeves or sleeveless. That's just me. But my mother convinced me to leave them, and she also suggested putting elastic in the sleeve band. So when I push it up over my elbows, it will stay and it would, have that more bell effect. So that's the plan. That's what I'm planning to do. I'm planning to put the elastic in the sleeve band and leave it as is. But I will make another one because I do like the outcome of the jumpsuit. But this time it's definitely going to be sleeveless. So how do I rate this pattern? I would give this pattern a 4 out of 5. A 4 out of 5. Like I said, the mistakes were they were all my fault. There was nothing wrong with the pattern. The instructions are actually written. They're simple enough to understand. I agree with that. Everything was all my fault, but I did. So I will definitely give this pattern a 4 out of 5. And yes, I will definitely make this pattern again. So I think that is all that I have regarding McCall's 0809. I will definitely encourage you to sew it up if you haven't done so already. I think it's still available on the McCall's website, and I know it's definitely available on Etsy and eBay. If you don't have it in your stash, I encourage you to get it and sew it up. All right, lovies, thank you for stopping by today. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. All right? Stay beautiful, everyone. Bye.